Hello, it's Jay here and welcome to the second part of the battery pickup lesson. Here's where we'd left off. We just created this line of code and I'm actually going to break this up for commenting. So I'm going to enter here after the equals and I'm going to enter here after the dot, and we'll just put in the comments. So we'll say creates temp variable. That's what we're doing here. We're creating a variable. We then find the player game object, and then we get the flashlight script. And it still exists as one line. I've just broken it down just to make it easier for us to comment. So now we have this in place, we can actually do something with this temporary variable. So we'll just come to the next line down. In fact, I'll just create a line break. So we use that temp variable dot add battery. So if you remember, that's what we called this function here. So this temporary variable is now accessing this function. And we'll open and close brackets, we'll close the line off, and what we want to pass into this function, the add battery, here and here, is this value. So we'll just paste that in there, and again we'll put this into the comments. So we'll say access the add battery function and pass in variable of battery power amount. And then once we've actually done this, so the player enters the collider, the script then creates a variable, accesses or finds the player game object, gets the component of flashlight, uses this temporary variable to access this function and pass in this value into this script here, and then we would just want to get rid of the battery, and we'll just use very simply destroy, open and close brackets, we'll close the line off. And what we want to destroy is game object, and you want to make sure that you have the lowercase g in this instance. And we'll put this into comments, so we'll just say destroy the battery game object, and we can save that off. And we can actually close both of those scripts now, and we'll downsize monodevelop. And we'll just come back to our cube. Hopefully you've been able to find a better battery model. And we'll just assign the script. And we'll also come to our flashlight. And I'll just use the same sound effect as I use for the switch. It's only for testing. So as I said before, I'm just using very simple public domain sound effects just for the purposes of these tutorials on YouTube. So it's still good enough for us to test out, so let's do that now, and we'll hit play. And it may just take a moment. There we go. So let's walk up and touch our battery and see if the sound effect plays, which it does. We'll stop that there. We'll hit play again, and what we'll do is actually run down. If I just make it show in the inspector, and we'll just run down our battery power amount, stop it there. So we're on 59, and let's just go and collect and see if this value goes up, which it does, and the fix is in place. It's not going above 100 neither, so we'll just stop that there. So that's working perfectly fine, and as always you can come here we can give it a name of battery, and we can just drag and drop it into our prefabs folder, and then you can drop as many into your scene as you like. So that's a very simple way of doing a collectible within game. And we're going to leave it here for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time, and until then, bye for now.